Hi everybody, Jessica here. I use she, her pronouns, and we have another class set up in the beautiful Newport Beach Back Bay. This body of water, this channel of water drains into the ocean, which is just a few miles away that way. So just a little background of where we're at today. So for today's practice, we're gonna have a nice grounding practice. We're gonna get started standing. So find a comfortable stance, feet or hip width distance apart. Close the eyes or soften the gaze or just look down a little bit and start to feel the body. Let's take a moment here just to kind of notice the shoulders, to notice the face, the jaw, the hips, the lower back. What's going on today? Just checking in. I'm just making the intention to honor our body with our movements today. And to take control of the practice, I'm just kind of leading you down a path, and you can kind of take whichever directions or turns you want to take. So if there's a pose that I offer that you want to switch up or take a different variation of, that's perfect. So making that commitment to yourself that you feel good about making this practice your own today, for showing up for yourself, honoring yourself today. And then start to get into the breath. Notice how your breath is moving today, and let's start to take it a little bit deeper. Softening the body on the inhale to fully receive that breath, that life force. Allowing that breath to kind of go into the parts of your body that need it the most today. And surrendering completely on the exhale, feeling your body get heavier, more relaxed, more loosened up. Finding this breath here and making this breath your own. Making this breath sustainable and familiar, a breath that you can keep coming back to through our movement today. And start to blink the eyes open here. Release the arms down to the sides. Let's shake the arms out a little bit just to find some awareness in how we're carrying our arms today. And then bring the arms down. Let's step the feet out a little bit wider. We're just going to gently get into the hips before we start moving with the rest of our posture. So finding a comfortable stance that's nice and wide, that's going to give us room to kind of move in our hips here. And you can keep your hands at your side, or you can kind of bring them to your body to help kind of engage and to become aware of this movement. And we just want to find little circles on each side. So maybe pressing the pelvis forward, so kind of tucking the tailbone under, and then out to the side, maybe where you're bending a little bit into the left knee. And then take it back. We'll keep finding this movement a few more times on each side, and as you bend into one knee, kind of over exaggerate the leaning of the opposite so that you can get into the inner thigh a little bit. So we're getting into the hips, we're kind of lubing up the joint, that round joint of the hip from all directions, and we're also, we're extending that inner thigh muscle. So being mindful of any spaces that feel extra tense, need a little bit of extra love, you can take some extra time there. You can play with centering your gravity or your weight, your gravity forward or backwards. Just kind of play with that placement and how it feels in your body, how it shows up in your body. So winding it down here, maybe getting into the upper body a little bit, and then coming back to center, and inhale the arms up and overhead. Maybe the gaze comes up between the fingertips. Exhale, bend at the elbows, cactus arms, and think of drawing the elbows down and towards the back here. Inhale, extend those arms nice and wide. Fingertips come straight out in opposite directions. And then on the exhale here, we're going to draw the arms together and bring the chin to the chest. Really press the space between the shoulder blades here. Inhale, slide the hands to heart center, soften the arms here. Exhale, sigh it out. One more time, inhale, draw the arms up and overhead, fingertips between the, gaze between the fingertips. Exhale, cactus arms, draw those elbows down towards the shoulders and back. Inhale, reach out. And exhale, draw the arms together, round through the spine, chin to chest. One more time this sequence. Inhale, slide the palms in. Exhale, side out. Very good. Last round here. Inhale, slide the palms up. Reach up to the sky, look up between the fingertips. Exhale, cactus arms, draw the shoulders down, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Very good. Inhale, open up. Oh, maybe the gaze comes back up to the sky. Exhale, draw the arms together with intention. Arms are strong, fingertips are pointed. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, side out here. Drop the arms down here. Shake it out a little bit. Let's step towards the front of our mat here. Hands to the waist here, and we're going to inhale and step back for warrior two with the left foot. So taking your time, big step back. Knife edge of the foot is parallel with the short edge of the mat, and we'll bend into that front knee. And take a look down at this knee, and we want to notice if it's caving in, press it out. Give yourself a nice solid foundation, and bring the arms up, palms reaching away from each other here. Big inhale here. And exhale, reverse your warrior, back hand to back thigh, front arm reaches up. Keep bent in that front knee. Inhale, extended side angle. Maybe the hand reaches down. Come back up to warrior two here. Relax those shoulders down. And keep the knee bent for now. Slide the fingertips forward. Keep the bottom, the lower body the same. Reach, reach, reach. And then on the exhale, we're going to find a triangle pose. So windmill those arms down and lengthen through that front leg. So we can keep the arms extended here. We can grab onto the ankle. Hands can come down to the ground or to a block. But really think of this top hip as coming up towards the sky. So really press through that front sole of the foot and slide this hip up towards the sky. Very good. I know you can feel that sensation. So gaze here can come down or can come up, whatever feels supportive to you. We'll hold this for one more breath. Ooh. Inhale, come back up. Keep that front leg straight. Hands come to the waist, and we're going to shift and find this on the other side. So that front foot becomes the back foot. Back foot becomes the front foot. Take your time, adjust here as needed. Bend into this knee. Arms come up, warrior two. Relax those shoulders down. Gaze comes over the middle finger, fierce view. Soften that face. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Back hands to back thigh. Front arm reaches up. Front knee keeps pressing forward. So we have this energy pointed in different directions, down towards the mat, out across from the knee, up through the fingertips. One more breath. And on the exhale, extended side angle, front hand comes to the front thigh or down. Open that chest up. Maybe the gaze comes down if you're struggling with balance here. Keep that knee bent. Inhale, back to warrior two. Keep bent in that front knee. I know it's getting a little fatigued here, but you got this. Reach forward, slide those arms forward, reach, 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 reach. And exhale, find your triangle pose here. Stack the shoulders. Find your variation. Top hip points up. Front sole presses down, powering you into this opening. Keep that breath moving. One more breath here. Woo. Press all the way up. Front leg is straight. Hands come to the waist here. And let's pivot the toes to point forward and step the feet in a little bit if they were super, super wide. So let's get into just a nice goddess squat here, and then we can take a low squat if we'd like. So starting Really easy. You want to have the toes pointed out, heels slightly in. And we're just going to kind of ease down into the squat. So sitting the hips down slightly, maybe pressing the tops of the thighs and sending that flesh back to create some space. Hands come to the heart center here. Bring the shoulders back, chest comes forward. Press into those heels. One more breath. Sit down a little deeper. Reach up and out. Release the hands to the side. Let's step to the front of the mat again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Draw the head down. Halfway lift on the inhale, lengthen through the spine, gaze comes down. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Drop the hands down here. Very good. Let's step backwards from here. Stepping back to the back of the mat here. We're going to step forward and we're going to come into a warrior three posture, a balancing posture. So taking your time, stepping forward with the right foot. Take a big step forward. Both feet are still rooted and planted down onto the ground. And we're going to exhale and lift ourselves forward. So bring the torso forward and start to come off of that back foot. So we can stay here and keep the back of the ball foot down on the ground. Or we can start to lift that leg up and bring the chest down, flexing through the balancing foot. And if you lose your balance, try a different variation or come back in, just keep trying. One more breath here. And then we'll step that back foot down, reach the arms up, and step to the back of the mat again, shaking it out. And we'll find that on the other side. So, preparing to step forward with the opposite foot here, and being mindful your balance might be better or worse on the other side, and just kind of adjusting as needed. So we'll step forward with that left foot, slowly come off the back foot, or stay on the ball of the back foot. Yogi's choice. Find your balance here, find something to draw strength and stability from. Flex through the back foot if it's lifted. Activate the core, squeeze the thighs together, squeeze the glutes. One more breath. And then step back. Spin that heel down, reach up. All the way back to the back of the mat. Shake it out, shake it out. We did it. Inhale from the back of the mat, arms up here, reach up to the sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, plant the hands down. We're gonna step into downward facing dog from here. So bend into the knees and hands or fingertips come down and just start to walk it out. Walk it forward. Look back at the feet and make sure you're adjusting the heels so that they're behind the toes so that you can't see them. Press the weight back towards the heels and maybe bend into one knee and the other. Deep breaths here. And on the inhale, start to shift forward into a high plank. And then bring the knees all the way down to the ground here. Let's find a child's pose here. So take your knees nice and wide. Give your body some space. And maybe adjust the middle of yourself to fit a little bit better between the knees. And then we can lower down on the forearms. We can stack the forearms, finding any variation here. If child's pose is a challenge in your body, try bringing the ground up closer. You can bring a pillow under the chest or blocks under the chest. And then just relax the head down into the ground or to the arms or into your prop. Send the hips back towards the heels. And let your body melt down. Let the tops of your feet stretch and release. Let the spine find some length here. Come back into that breath. And we start to make our way up from child's pose and find Shavasana. So really allow your body to settle down into the mat in whatever position feels effortless to you, whatever position makes you feel like you're floating on a cloud, whether that be knees bent or legs extended or arms reached over the head. And release your control of the breath. So let the breath just come and go at its natural pace, at its natural rhythm. And just take a moment to take a back seat in the vehicle that is your mind. And what does that mean? That means just noticing, just watching, without asking questions or telling stories, just observing. Picking up on any information, any bits of data that might be useful or important to understanding yourself deeper, to understanding your needs. We've reached the end of our practice together. I want to thank you so much for being here, for joining me in the beautiful Newport Beach Back Bay. And I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you so much.